Now, Liverpool has today gone ahead to test the bitterness for the side of Crystal Palace. You understand? They've gone ahead to test the bitterness for the side of Crystal Palace as far as the Community Shield is really concerned. And we now get to understand that Crystal Palace never went ahead to obviously beat the side of Man City by shock. Because if you beat Man City in the FA Cup finale and you win it, and then you come here and really face off Liverpool, the Premier League champions, and you beat them, do you know what that means? It means that you've gone ahead obviously do the best of the best, and you've beaten the best of the best. And what happens when you beat the best of the best? You are obviously the best of all the best in the Premier League. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? I know who you're watching us from. I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is the face that is behind the microphone and in front of your camera that is obviously bringing you this much reaction. As guys, I'm shocked. Crystal Palace is a team that has gone ahead to obviously show huge potential, and with very many players in there that are really of pure quality. They've gone ahead to shock Liverpool today at the Wembley Community Stadium. And guess what? In the 4th minute, Hugo Ekitike went ahead to really score a very beautiful goal for the side of Liverpool. And what a blessing for Hugo Ekitike to come in through and score on his debut for the side of Liverpool, especially in a competitive game, Then Jean-Pierre Mateta went ahead to score a penalty in the 17th minute. That is it. Then 4 minutes later, Jeremy Frimpong went ahead to score a beauty. I last saw that goal really go through when Nani was obviously penalizing Arsenal. I think in that game United beat Arsenal, was it 8? There is a goal that Nani scored, though Nani was not so much towards the byline, but Frimpong got that ball and really passed towards the byline and chipped that ball into the back of the net. The angle was really tight, but Frimpong went ahead to obviously do the needful and really bury that ball in the back of the net. And I tell you what, the side of the side of Liverpool went ahead to obviously put in that shift that everyone really went ahead to note it, that maybe they're obviously gonna go obviously and really destroy the side of Crystal Palace. But that wasn't the case, because in the 77th minute, Ismail Yassar went ahead to obviously do the needful and buried the ball in the back of them to make it 2-2. And when it goes to a draw, what comes next are penalties in there. And penalties came in through, and this is how things went ahead to happen. Guess who stepped up to take the first penalty for the side of Liverpool? It was none other than Mohamed Salah. Salah came in to take the first penalty and went ahead to miss it. Then Mateta came in through and Mateta scored. You understand? Then McAllister came in through secondly and went ahead to miss the penalty in there, and it was saved by the man known as Dean Henderson into the mix. Then Eberechi comes in through and he misses. That is it. Meaning that 2 penalties missed by Liverpool, 1 missed by Crystal Palace and 1 scored by Crystal Palace. That was 2-1. Then Gakpo came in through and buried the ball in the back of the net to give Liverpool its first goal in the penalty shootout. Then Sarr came in through and scored the 4th penalty for Crystal Palace to make it 2 Crystal Palace and 1 Liverpool. Then Harvey Elliott came in through and he went ahead to miss the penalty, and it was 1 for the side of Liverpool and 2 for the side of Crystal Palace. Then Sosa came in through and went ahead to miss a penalty in there for you. And when Sosa missed, Szoboszlai came in through and really scored to obviously make it 2-2 for both teams in there for you. And Devaney came in through and obviously scored, and that was the last penalty in there for you. And Liverpool, we are really gutted to see to it that everything never went their way. And it was Virgil van Dijk supposed to take the last penalty that was really saved, I think, of Harvey Elliott. And guess what happened? He told, I think, Harvey Elliott, go please and take it. And I think he never did the captain role. And he has been gutted for what went ahead to happen. And you've gone ahead to see his photos all over. And I think the manager is obviously going to be very agitated about him, because you can't be Virgil van Dijk and you let Harvey Elliott, a boy who is at that age, obviously go ahead and obviously take such a penalty in there for you. And that's how Palace have gone ahead to emerge Community Shield champions in there, and Liverpool have gone ahead known to see themselves win. Now, the stats: Palace had 14 shots, Liverpool had 12, 4 shots on target for Palace and 5 shots on target for Liverpool. So it shows you that Crystal Palace really attacked Liverpool. 40% ball possession by Crystal Palace, 60% ball possession by Liverpool, 360 passes completed by Crystal Palace, 535 passes completed by Liverpool, 78% passing accuracy, 85% passing accuracy. 5 fouls by Crystal Palace, 13 fouls by Liverpool. 0 yellow cards to Crystal Palace, 3 yellow cards to Liverpool, 0 red cards to the side of Liverpool and Palace, and 4 offsides to Crystal Palace and 3 offsides to Liverpool. 5 corners to Crystal Palace and 2 corners to the side of Liverpool. So that's what went ahead to happen at the stadium known as the Wembley Stadium, as Liverpool went ahead to obviously lose to Crystal Palace in a very shocking way. And the most shocking bit of it is all about Mohamed Salah. I've gone ahead to see the numbers of Salah here, and I was like, what's really wrong with Salah? Is it the best way to obviously start off the season in here? Salah scored 0 goals, had 1 shot. He completed 0 out of 6 duels. He completed 0 out of 1 dribble. His passing accuracy was 65. You understand? So that's what really went ahead to happen at the side of Crystal Palace. And Liverpool really looked bad and ugly in there. And Mateta came out and said, it's been fantastic. We worked very hard. It was confident. I wanted to win this trophy. I wanted to score, and I'm happy. We hope to be back at Wembley at the end of the season. And by the way, they really deserve all the credit to obviously return to Wembley, because they are a force that has gone ahead to obviously work together. And one of the most important bit of it all of Crystal Palace is that how they've gone ahead to keep this squad intact. That is really very important. They've gone ahead to keep this squad intact for Palace. And you know to it all that if at all you keep that squad intact for some long time, you know what really goes ahead to happen. What goes ahead to happen? It's what we call teams starting to win and win and win and win and win and win, because every player will be knowing the weakness of the other, and all what they have to do is to obviously put in the shift that is really very much to really do exactly what they really have to do. And I've gone ahead to see this happen on several occasions, by the way. If you've been following football for some time, when you look at teams that have gone ahead obviously come and surprise people, like that Leicester team that came in through really won the Premier League, go out and really do some good research about it, on how they had gone ahead to obviously move on with the rest of the players. They had them with them for some good time. But let me try to talk about Liverpool. I was really shocked that Liverpool wants to first spend huge money on Isak, before they obviously get in a defender. Selling Quanch to Bayern Leverkusen was an indicator that they needed to bring in a defender. But they are really very okay with Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, who is injury prone, and who else do they have that can play in that defense? I don't know what the manager and Slot is thinking about. They need to reinforce the defense of Liverpool, as they can't compete at this level without 2 other defenders. They are going to be playing in the Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, 4 tournaments, and you aren't going to be having good defenders. I think they should get in Gehi, obviously from Crystal Palace. He's one of those that is a force to reckon with, in as far as defending is really concerned. And when he looked at the team of Crystal Palace today, it came in with a very huge team. And Mark Gahey was part of the team that went ahead, obviously disturbed the side of Liverpool for some long time. And I don't know how they've gone ahead, obviously deal with it, but I tell you, they need in a defender. And good enough, Frimpong and Ektik have gone ahead, obviously score, right? But remember, when Darwin Núñez came in through in the Community Shield, Darwin Núñez went ahead to obviously play and scored a goal when they are beating Man City. I think they beat Man City by 3-1 and went ahead and obviously made his iconic celebration. But after that, he went ahead to miss out on very many chances in the Premier League. That is Hugo Ekitike. Now that is Darwin Núñez for you, and he has now been thrown to Saudi Pro League, and Hugo Ekitike has gone ahead obviously coming and replace him, and he has also gone ahead to score at the opener. So I'm just waiting to see how that will happen. But all in all, we are here to let you know that Liverpool have been shocked by Palace at Wembley. Your thoughts onto that are really welcome in the comment section below, and more of what people will say about this game of football will be here, and we'll be waiting to hear from you. Especially Arsenal fans will be eagerly waiting to know whether Eberechi had something to say about leaving the club of Arsenal. Sorry, about leaving the club of Crystal Palace and joining the club of Arsenal, as Arteta has just confirmed to us that all he wants is to see to it that he gets in a player. He gets in more players, and Eze and Rodrigo might be those that he's really pointing at. Thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. We sign out for now. See you later, and we out for now, and bye-bye. But your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Second video of the day, and we are returning big and better.